All right, court is calling 2025 CR 009749, State versus Cullen Spencer O'Neill. Can I have parties annexed?
Samantha Lynn Brown for the state.
Brian Kimbrough for Mr. O'Neill.
All right, and are you Mr. O'Neill?
Yes, ma'am.
Right from the jump, we're in sentencing territory, which means the verdict is already in, and what happens now will decide whether this man walks free on probation or goes to prison for up to 8 years. Everything said here matters.
All right, according to your plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 8 years in the prison. The state is opposed to your applications. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report?
Yes, Judge.
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections to the PSI report?
No, Judge.
No, Judge.
All right, state, you're opposed. Do you have any witnesses?
No witnesses, Judge.
Defense, any witnesses?
Yes, we have some witnesses, Your Honor.
All right, call your first witness.
Before I do, Your Honor, I have some letters that I wanted to present the court on his behalf, and I believe, and I did give a copy to the state, and I believe they were opposed to my doing so.
When the judge says a cap of 8 years, she means the maximum sentence is 8, but she still has the power to give less, including probation. This is why both sides are now arguing, should he get another chance or real prison time?
So I wanted to give them an opportunity to speak to that.
All right, any objections to the court reviewing the letters?
Yes, Judge. I'm going to oppose their hearsay. I can't cross-examine the witnesses on those statements, and I don't believe they're sworn statements either, so I'm going to object to them.
Well, Your Honor, I've produced, these have nothing to do with the incident. They're only about the character and the information about the defendant. I think it's part of the court's duty.
So with regards to whether they're hearsay or not, the court needs to review it to see if it is hearsay. And then
You can rule.
if the court determines it is hearsay, then the court can always disregard. All right, with regards to the state's objections to the court reviewing the letters that have been tendered by the defense, the court understands your objections. The court is going to overrule those objections. The court will take these into consideration in sentencing.
The state jumps in with a hearsay objection, basically saying, hey, judge, these letters are just words on paper. We can't question the people who wrote them. In court, evidence you can't challenge is often considered unreliable unless the judge decides to read it anyway, which she does.
Would like to have a copy so they can review them?
Oh, I've reviewed it. Yes, I read very fast.
Very fast. Thank you.
All right, call your first witness. All right, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
And the judge says she already read all the letters, and fast. Quick note, judges who read character letters closely often care about rehabilitation. This could be a good sign for the defense.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Tammy Follis O'Neill.
All right, counsel, you may proceed.
Thank you, John. And what is your relationship with Cullen?
Yes, I'm his mother.
And could you tell me a little bit, was Cullen raised in San Antonio?
He was raised in
Okay.
San Antonio, born in Japan, but came here shortly after that because his late father was in the military.
And how long was his father in the military?
24 years,
What branch was he in?
Air Force.
Are you also in the military?
No, sir, I'm not. I work as a civil servant, but not now because I'm furloughed.
Because government is
Yes,
shut
that is
currently
correct.
shut down.
That is correct.
For the Air Force?
I do work for the Department of Defense. That's correct. Air Force. Yes, at the Air Force Civil Engineer Center.
So Cullen's father passed away 7 years ago, correct?
Yes, sir.
And
2018.
how did that, from your perspective, and was Cullen living with you at the time?
Yes, sir, he was.
And how did this affect him? The death of his father?
Hugely. It affected all of the kids, right? My daughter as well. But I think it struck Cullen much harder, right? Because of that father figure that he had in his life.
Here's a major human moment. His father passing away while he was still living at home and being described as the primary accountability figure. That's the kind of emotional trauma lawyers bring up to argue context, not excuses. It's a way of saying his life changed, and so did he.
And also that father figure to hold him accountable.
And how many siblings and other members of the family did he grew up with?
Yes, he has a younger sister who's not here to testify today, ma'am. One of the letters was from her. She's full-time in college and couldn't come. And then he has a stepsister as well.
And can you describe his upbringing, his childhood? Was it normal? Was it good?
Yes, sir. It was good. I would say it was good. He got everything he wanted. You know what I mean? One of those. And I did the best to raise him. With my husband, and then as a single mom after my husband passed away.
Did Cullen go to school?
He did. He graduated. Got a diploma.
Got a diploma. He didn't get a GED, right?
Yes, he did.
Yes,
He
but
did.
He did.
He struggled a lot in school with ADHD, and also so he has struggled with that throughout his life since he's been little, right? Hard to concentrate, anxiety, right?
And has he been employed, generally speaking, since he got out of high school?
Yes, sir. He has.
Has he always sought employment?
Yes.
And to your knowledge, has Cullen ever been convicted of anything, any crimes in his
No,
life?
sir. No, sir. This is so outside of his character. And I have.
When the mother mentions ADHD, anxiety, and concentration issues, this builds the narrative of someone who struggles with impulse control. Again, legal defense isn't about saying he couldn't help it. It's about showing why probation with structure might help prevent this from happening again.
Never witnessed this type of behavior in him,
Okay.
which is why this is so shocking. I've had so many conversations with him, and I think he regrets what happened, right? I feel like from his personality, this is just not something he typically would have done. And I feel like that it was a mistake. He just made a poor decision, a very poor decision.
And he's always lived at home, correct?
Yes, sir.
And so you've gotten to know his friends.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. And would you say, based on your knowledge and your observation, are his friendships appropriate age-wise?
Yes, sir. I've never seen anyone under legal age at my house. That's another thing I think that my daughter wrote in her letter, that even when I'm not there, she didn't witness that either as well. His relationships have always been with people of age, which is why this incident was so outside of his normal character.
And has he had friendships that were long-standing? In other words, friends that he's had for many years?
Oh, yes. He has friends that he went to kindergarten with, right? And one is here today, actually, so.
Now, you know that we're here to ask the judge to place Cullen on community supervision
Yes,
for
sir.
adjudication.
Yes.
You think that he could succeed on community supervision?
Yes, sir, I do. I very much do. I think that he needs that discipline, right? Of being able to check in continually. He's been on an ankle monitor for the last year and a half and has done that very successfully, right? To be able to check in and be accountable to that. I think that he can give back to society by working and doing other things while he was on probation versus if he was incarcerated.
Okay. And
This is the defense's core pitch. He already proved he can follow rules, wearing an ankle monitor for 18 months without issue. If someone can show they can comply under supervision, that's often what convinces a judge to choose probation over incarceration.
that's fine. Pass the witness.
All right, any questions?
No questions, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate your consideration. Thank you.
No fireworks, no outbursts, but in sentencing hearings, calm is strategy. The defense wants to show stability. The real tension now is in the judge's hands.